Now the question that you and I would be asking is, why is it that Jesus, who never sought out publicity, never sought out people's appreciation or people's applause, would in this one particular incident actually prepare and plan for such a grand entry into Jerusalem? Why would Jesus take all that effort to make that kind of an entry into Jerusalem? Now I'd say the first reason why is because the time had come. That's what Jesus says. The reason why Jesus decided to make a public display of his arrival into Jerusalem was because the time had come for the Son of Man to be revealed to the world. Because if you read in that same chapter, John 12, verse 23, Jesus actually says, the hour has come, he says. Meaning, all the things that transpired in the gospel, and more specifically this one incident, was not a coincidence. It didn't happen by chance. It was predetermined. It was pre-planned by God for all of it to happen in such a specific manner because God was saying something through his Son. Now, if you read the Gospel of John, John chapter 12, preceding chapters, you will realize one of the things that happened was all the disciples and all the people, religious leaders, were gathering in Jerusalem for the Passover. Jesus decided to come to Jerusalem during the height of the festival. And the reason why Jesus decided to make his triumphant entry into Jerusalem was there was a significance in the timing at which Jesus entered Jerusalem. And basically what the Passover celebration was a commemoration of the incredible deliverance that God gave the children of Israel from the Egyptians. So after 400 years of slavery under Egypt, God miraculously in that night sent the angel of death, and he said to the Israelites, he said, the angel of death is coming to kill every firstborn. That was the last greatest plague, the worst plague that Egypt would be affected by. And God said, I want my children, the children of Israel, I want you to slaughter a lamb, and I want you to take the blood of the lamb, and I want you to put it on the doorpost so that when the angel of death comes by, when the angel of death sees the doorpost with the blood of the lamb, the angel of death would not enter because that house would be secure. So the Passover was a celebration that the children of Israel celebrated every single year to remember the great deliverance that they had from Egypt. And here was God setting the entire stage up once again, but this time the reason God set that precedent for the children of Israel was it was a foreshadow of something that was about to come, or something that was about to happen. God was teaching them what the significance of the blood was and what it would do for them in protection, was because one day would come where his Son, Jesus Christ, would become the lamb that would be slain, and whose blood would not just cover sins, it would forgive sins. And the reason why Jesus came at the height of the festival was, he's saying, I am the Passover lamb. I am the lamb that will be slain for the remission of sin. And scholars believe that when Jesus was crucified that day, and on the day when Jesus was being crucified would have been the same day where the Jewish people would have also be slaughtering their lambs for the Passover. And God was speaking a message there. He was saying, the reason I am sending my Son is that he would be the spotless Lamb of God who will be once and for all slain for the forgiveness of mankind's sin. So when Jesus came to Jerusalem, it was because it was his time.